Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Thank you so much. Today we're jumping back at r/NeckbeardStories. Oh my goodness! It actually comes from my personal subreddit, r/ReddXreads, but that's neither here nor there. This is the finale of the Firefighter Mike saga. Super excited to get into it. Kind of sad to see it go, but it is what it is. You know, all good things must come to an end. A very succinct 3 parts, and I do appreciate that. You know, we've had some sagas that are just going on forever and ever, and I'm not opposed to like a shorter one, especially with how much I talk in the middle of them. You know, YouTube's got like a 12-hour cap. I don't know how I'm going to fit Chris Trucker or Unfortunate Nookie into a single video. I guess I can't. I guess that's the answer to that. It's going to have to be multiple compilations, which is exciting. Also maybe a little bit confusing, but it be what it be. We are live streaming this on Twitch. If you'd like to come through, see me. The link's in the description. We're going to get some additional plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this r/NeckbeardStories cringe. Mike 3, the finale. Oh, you hate to see him go, but you love to watch him walk away. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
There you go. Just get you in the mood for a little bit of Mike. Am I right? If you haven't seen the first 2 episodes, link to that playlist in the description. It's a short one. There's only 2 before it is, but they're worth watching. Hello, everyone. Hello, user acceptable tackle 79. God, those auto-generated Reddit usernames, they're just the worst. But that's okay. I appreciate the story. I don't mean to dunk on your username. Maybe you made it up. Maybe it wasn't Reddit. Maybe I'm pointing the blame in the wrong direction. Anyways, I bring to you the finale of the Mike saga. Oh my God! You'll finally get to hear how Mike performs outside of training on a real fire, and it is exactly what you'd expect. Thank God that no one was hurt. Oh my God, they actually put him in a real fire? Well, that just seems like a failure on the department's part. Jesus. Truth be told, I've had this story done for a while. I've just been putting off posting it because I don't want this adventure to end. Aw, see, I feel kind of the same way, but also I don't want to feel like it's stretched out or something like that, like we're retreading the same ground. It's okay for it to come to an end. So I am sorry for the long wait, and let us return to the wonderful world of Mike. Yeah, wonderful world it is. But first, allow me to share something juicy. Ooh, spilling the tea is what I believe the kids call it. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I don't even drink tea. If you thought Mike's redemption run of Fire Academy in part 1 was bad, well, guess what? He went for lucky number 3. That's right, he attempted it for a 3rd time. 3rd time's the charm. He's gonna get lucky, and then people are gonna die in a fire. I don't know why at a certain point they're just like, nah, not you. You're not cut out for this, okay? Go get a job folding sweaters. This is not for you. Evidently, Mike power-leveled speechcraft because he convinced his department's chief that he was really ready for it this time. And the chief believed it. He would take it seriously and give it his maximum effort. The chief put a lot of faith in that promise of Mike's and went pretty far out of his way to get him enrolled. Yeah, you putting your neck on the line for this, like, proven loser? Come on, man. The chief is supposed to be smart. Maybe the chief is not fit to be chief anymore. Maybe we need to dethrone him in Mortal Kombat. I'm pretty sure that's how it works at a fire station, right? I don't really know. Will Mike return such a kind gesture with a humble attitude and a strong work ethic? Will he finally prestige his character class from peasant to flame quencher? Does the Doom Marine like to rip and tear? So many questions, so many obvious answers. No, no, and yes, in that order, okay? Taking bets. Easiest money he ever made. I wasn't personally there, so I can't give a first-hand tale about how this third run must have gone, but I did wander around for you and dug through enough dialogue options that it painted a clear picture. I am gonna miss these RPG references within the story. That's like one of the most delicious things ever. It meshes with the channel on so many levels. I heard some vague talk of a creature that lurked in the dark corners of the room, hiding in the shadows. Rumors of a dark helmet, marked with craters, that could have only come from years of hard-fought battles. Legends that this mythical beast had once held back the flames for an entire fortnight without any sleep whatsoever. Hushed whispers and darting eyes as they repeated his war cry. That's what she said! He's even got me doing it. I kind of get it, honestly. As if worried that those words had the power to summon him to this very spot. Yeah, Mike learned absolutely nothing from last time. Surprise, surprise. He still thought that he was a complete stud and a physical marvel. Thought he didn't need any of those lame book smarts because of how good he was at the practical side of the job. And then he managed to suck at both. How many times can we possibly do this before we learn our lesson? I don't expect Mike to learn his lesson, but surely the chief did, right? Please? Hello? That isn't the end, though. He at least stuck it out all the way through with his first 2 attempts. This time, he just kind of gave up halfway through. Boo! Normally, I'd be fine with that. In fact, I'd even encourage people to switch paths when they realize that the one they're on now isn't where their heart is. But not like this. Not after somebody had stuck their neck out for you. I mean, honestly, can we say that we didn't see it coming? I 100% did. I didn't know he'd quit halfway through, but I did know that he wouldn't make it this time around. Hopefully now he finally puts it to bed. He finally accepts the truth that he's not cut out for this. Even the manner in which he quit is just the worst. Instead of talking to his chief and explaining how grateful he was, but he really wasn't ready after all, Mike just kind of stopped showing up to training. What a douche. Oh my God, there's no words. I know that it's a hard, scary conversation to have, and I truly sympathize with that, but I feel like it's one that you need to step up and have. Yeah, especially after somebody went above and beyond for you. It's so basic, dude. Mike knew that once you missed a certain number of hours, you had to be dropped from enrollment via national standards, so he purposely missed class with flimsy excuses in order to shift responsibility. It's a lot easier to be able to say, oh man, so unlucky that I got sick, or, oh, sorry, I didn't think we had class. I was out of town. You are so far from being it's one conversation. 10 minutes of pain, and then it's over, instead of going on weeks and weeks making up these little baby man excuses. Ugh, no respect whatsoever. As soon as he was dropped from class, Mike got called into the chief's office and was talked to in a manner that was, not very sympathetic. He was aggressively told to sort out his priorities and give some hard thought to his goals for the future. When he was finally let out of that office, his morale had so many debuffs that he would be forced to flee from an encounter against a broken stick. And that's on top of his already naturally occurring debuffs. At this point, he would be trying to flee from his own shadow, right? There's just nothing good or brave about this. I want to say man, but that's a stretch of the word, isn't it? This left Mike on alarmingly thin ice with a near impossible road towards redemption. Let's see how he does, this time on Mike Road Truckers. It's an Ice Road Truckers reference because you talked about ice. Never mind. It's fine. You will now be observing the wild Mike in what is most certainly not his natural habitat. One might even be confused as to how he found himself in this habitat. as if spotting a mind flayer casually strolling into a Denny's. Yeah, see, this is what happens when humanity gets involved, when nature is not allowed to take its course. You got monkeys running through New York, mind flayers in the Denny's, Mike's trying to fight firefighter stuffs. It's not a good look. If you're holding out hope that perhaps Mike is wildly different when the heat is real, then fear not, because those hopes will be summarily crushed. Yes, I've been waiting for that, honestly. I lost hope in the first episode. I'm like, please don't let this guy anywhere near a fire. But yeah, for some reason, they're letting him near a fire. Terrifying. The timeline is a little bit fuzzy with how it intertwines with this third Fire Academy attempt, but I'll try my best and ultimately culminate it in the end of this story. The first live fire experience with Mike happens right after our graduation from Fire Academy. When I say right after, I mean literally right after. As in, we were on our way home from the ceremony. We were still full of cake when the tones started going off that a bus had caught fire down the road. What a way to send the party off with a bang. Did Mike graduate? He's just kind of rolling along with you guys. Hey, I'm part of the party too, right? No, you're not. Please go home. Play Fortnite or whatever the hell it is you do. If you remember from part 1, I mentioned Mike not being there because he didn't graduate, and he played it off like it wasn't cool enough for him to bother showing up. So he had a quicker response and a shorter route there. Okay, but you're not qualified. Somebody send him home. What is this? This whole thing is a farce. As each member of our class came flying to the scene, we spotted our comrade bravely holding his ground and going toe-to-toe with the raging flames as he guarded the innocents. I mean, wait, sorry. What I meant to say was that Mike was standing there on his phone filming for Snapchat. Oh, we would expect nothing less, would we? How old is Mike? Too old for Snapchat. That's all I'm saying. In defense of Mike, the bus was vacant and everyone had been safely out of it for a few minutes, so no injuries were involved. That being said, though, fires do have this notorious reputation for going out of control in the blink of an eye. Yeah, dude, the growth of a fire is multiplicative, not additive, okay? It can jump to a building across the street with a strong gust of wind, and guess what? The entire city block goes up. But at least you got it for Snapchat, right? My hero. I hate him. He also exchanged words with the captain who arrived moments after him, saying, "Hey, you're late, man. I was here first, and I already made entry. I didn't technically get my certification from class yet, so I'm not supposed to make entry. You could get in trouble for me going in, you know?" I mean, if you know all this, then why did you do it? He's stupid. He's so stupid. I'm so frustrated. Mike's entry that he was so proud of was standing 2 feet in front of the door to the bus. Oh, I don't think he knows what entry means then. I don't think it would even be close enough to trigger the load point for the second half of the level. The captain that Mike had spoken to was not impressed. I heard him afterwards talking with some others and saying that Mike was a punk kid with a lot of growing up to do. No, he got it right though. Standing out here on Snapchat, bro. Go home. You know why you didn't get your certification? Because you're not capable. You don't belong here. Go home. If you're curious about the Snapchat, I checked it after. He posted on his story saying, "First on the scene, first to make entry. Firefighters are a different breed that most will never understand, and fewer could ever be." I mean, he is partially right about that. The only thing he's wrong about is labeling himself a firefighter. I mean, I guess he didn't call himself a firefighter. It was just kind of implied. What I do know is he definitely never will understand, and he definitely will never be. And thank God for that. Mike is not only heroic, but humble as well. I promise that we do not all think like that. Honestly, most firefighters I've met have been pretty laid back, pretty cool. Same with most EMTs, same with most cops for that matter, although cops do seem to have like the largest portion of douchebags. But it's still a relatively small percentage, at least in my experience. The next notable encounter with Mike was when he paid our station's gym a visit. Bro, you don't belong here. He's like a level 10 clinger, just a hanger-on who hopes that if he visits the station enough and hangs out with the firemen, then he'll actually be one. You blew your chance 3 times. Stop it. At this point in time, he was about halfway through his 3rd academy run. He was on shift with the training captain who taught our academy when Mike and another member of his department showed up at our door, saying they needed to use our fire hydrant to refill their tanker. All right, no problem at all, guys. It's right over there. Have at it. While Mike was waiting for it to fill with water, he got bored and wandered around the bay, spotting our gym. Oh, come on. He's gonna do 2 reps and get tired. He'd be like, wow, these are so heavy. He'd be like, dude, that's a 10-pounder, Mike. Put it down before you hurt yourself, little guy. The gym at my fire station has a huge whiteboard on it where anyone is welcome to come record their max lifts. Oh boy. It inspires some light-hearted meathead competition and caveman rivalry with who can pick things up and put them down the best. Yeah, I want to be at the top of the list, but I'm not strong enough either. I know I'm gonna hurt myself. I'm not trying to compete with a fireman. I make YouTube videos, for God's sake. What's your max bench, bro? I don't know. Not even my entire body weight. What do you want? I'm not a gym dude. I'm not a physical fellow. I should get back into it though. I know wifey would love that. Anyways, Mike ran his eyes over the board and eventually spotted my name and stats. Oh yes, you are his competition through and through, OP. I do recall that from the second part. Yeah, right. Is this your long-term goal for 3 years from now or something? Cue a blank stare from the captain, as if he were told to invest all his points in strength and then main a katana. That's right, you need dex or agility or whatever. I totally know how swords work, don't at me. Son, I saw him do it. What? No way, man. Like I'm gonna believe that. OP is probably even shorter than I am. Yeah, that's what determines your max weight lift, how short you are. Are you, I mean, I was gonna ask if he's dumb, but yeah, that's been proven already. Mike's about to hurt himself, bro. I'm pretty sure. I'm proud of where I am physically, but my raw lifts are certainly nothing to brag about or be amazed at. They're numbers that anyone is capable of hitting with a bit of dedication. I sunk more of my points into Constitution. And honestly, I think a good Constitution is worth a whole heck of a lot. I don't think my intelligence or charisma is even that high, but with the Constitution of these YouTube videos, hitting it every single day, yeah, you too could have a channel just like this one. Probably even better, honestly. High five, OP. High Constitution builds, I'm with it. Mike really latched on to this event, and anytime someone would mention training or lifting, he'd throw out a comment about OP's fluff numbers, or say, you guys should really do a better job of verifying that the numbers on your board are correct. Okay, put up your number, Mike. You couldn't even lift somebody up the stairs. He's such a loser. He's so salty. I could be absolutely fine with him not being able to lift very much, but coming after people that can lift much more than you just because they can lift much more than you? Come on, man. Rather ironic to be grumbling about padded stats when I know for a fact that he filters matches to play against lower tier opponents. I mean, that's fair. I do love a good Smurf account. I get in Rainbow Six Siege, I kill a bunch of level 10s. I'm like, yes, I'm the greatest ever. They just don't know how to play yet. Don't fool yourself. It doesn't mean you're good, but it is fun sometimes. It wasn't long after his visit to the gym that Mike fully demonstrated what he's capable of when the stakes are high. I was lazing around the gym with Gentle Giant when we got toned for a brush fire. It was in a neighboring county and had grown to 150 acres. Oh my God. So they decided, yeah, okay, we really need some help here. And they called in the cavalry from all the local departments, including Mike's. Yeah, I thought you said help. Mike is gonna be a hindrance. Can we like tone everybody else and just tell that one specific guy to stay at home? Actually, we got enough bodies, Mike. We're good on that. Just take it easy. I was extremely pumped for my first wildfire on the job, but my excitement was rather short-lived. Instead of being given a hose line and told to get in there and go berserk like I had fantasized about, I was handed a radio and told to park my green rookie butt with a volunteer who was in his late 70s. Oh man. The two of us were sent deep into the woods, away from the action, to a house that wasn't in the path of the fire, but should still be watched just in case. Yeah, winds change and stuff like that, but man, I wanted to get some hose action. Everybody likes hose, right? It's a stupid joke. That's a Mike joke right there. There we sat, listening to Mike chattering on the radio and LARPing as an elite hotshot wildland firefighter. Yeah, I wonder if anybody's buying that except him. As time ticked away, I had nothing to do but stew in my own thoughts, and my frustration grew, festering inside. Why was Mike out in the thick of it while I was sitting here doing nothing? Did they really trust him more than me? Did I not do enough in training? Something touched my senses and drew my mind out of its pity party. I tried focusing but couldn't remember what it was, but then I felt it again. The wind was changing. Here we go, and blowing hard towards the house that we were positioned at. I looked over at the grizzled vet to make sure that I wasn't crazy and imagining things, but he was a step ahead and already calling in the change in the wind. We were told to sit tight and that a brush truck would be sent. Mike chimed in saying, I'm on it. Brush truck on the way. Shut up. Oh, I just hate him. He's the worst. Don't give him anything to do. He's gonna crash the brush truck. It's never gonna get here. He's gonna get lost. As the conversation ended, we were already smelling smoke. I hopped onto the truck and grabbed a few tools to dig a fire line, but as I started walking out towards the woods, the vet called me back. He said, don't you worry about that. I don't want you digging in there by yourself when water's on the way. By now, we had our eyes on the smoke, and it was blowing our way at quite a concerning speed. It was all right, though, because Mike was on the way with the brush truck, and we would knock that fire down. I'm sure you will. You can count on Mike, right? If there's one thing that we've learned... God. We're all gonna die. I stood there with my armory of axes and shovels for what felt like an hour, but it couldn't have been longer than 5 minutes. My gut twisted a bit as we saw the fire itself, a massive line of flame marching its way forwards and consuming everything in its path. I gotta be honest, this is another reason I'm not cut out to be a firefighter. Even besides like the physical bit, mentally, I'd be like, that's fire, we gotta go. My lizard brain is taking over and I am I'm just running away. Probably much like Mike would do, except the difference is that I don't enroll 3 times at the fire academy. Mike! As we were about to radio in that we really needed that truck, the speaker crackled to life before either of us could touch it. Hey, this is the brush truck. Yeah, I've been stuck in a ditch. Oh. Why would I expect anything different, Mike? You just saw this one coming from a mile away. Don't let that guy touch anything. He's like the King Midas of poop, right? Everything he touches just turns to crap. Oh, I grabbed my tools and marched into the woods. We were not giving this home up without a fight. The radio continued to crackle in conversation, and the old vet was yelling something at me, but I didn't really hear any of it. Talking was done. My brain was in go time. Good boy, OP. Look at him go. This is why he graduated. Mike didn't. I hacked away at the ground as furiously as I could to try and make a break in the fire, but even within those first few swings, I knew it was too late for one idiot with a few digging tools to really do anything meaningful. Oh boy, an entire house lost because Mike doesn't know how to drive. As I kept stubbornly swinging away, I heard a new sound over the crackling embers, the crunching of gravel underneath a set of tires. Really? Oh my God, somebody pulled Mike out. Turning around, I was met with the beautiful sight of a new brush truck screaming up the driveway. The hero unknown rolled down the window, and none other than Gentle Giant himself greeted me with a valiant cry of, "Let's do some firefighter shit!" God. Big man, I could kiss you! No, that guy, he's super cool, dude. There's always like a side character in these Neckbeard stories that I just fall head over heels for. And this time it's Gentle Giant. MVP, Deus Ex Machina. It turns out that I did get to live my fantasy and go balls to the wall. Yeah, got these hoes. The fire got perilously close and was licking the side yard, but it never reached the house. Thank God that people like Gentle Giant are out there in the world. And people like yourself, OP. On top of that, I'm glad that you got to do the thing that you wanted to do. It's all beautiful. It's all working out. The fallout for Mike was probably more underwhelming than you're wishing for, as he wasn't immediately forced to turn in his firefighting gear. While he wasn't outright banned, he was asked to take a break from showing up to fires for a little bit. Maybe for quite a while, actually. just, you know, cut him loose, pull the trigger. He's my dog, I'll do it. He's no good, okay? Like I said, he's a hindrance to everything. Mike swears that anyone else driving would have gotten stuck, and it was just a bad luck. What went wrong, Mike? Did you forget to repair your gear at the last town and it broke mid-combat? Durability stats can be tricky with all those numbers. Yeah, especially when you don't have the wherewithal to pay attention to anything ever. Duh. The people at the head of his department are as dubious about his professed innocence as you likely are, and he was still forced to take some remedial training for operating the apparatus. What's the apparatus? Like the boofing apparatus? It's like a funnel with a hose attached to it? Never mind. I want to give Mike the benefit of the doubt and say that it truly was just an unfortunate event out of his control, instead of being vindictive and assuming that he did something stupid. I don't like writing about people in a way that overtly leads others to hate them too, but yeah, Mike makes it kind of hard to do that. He doesn't deserve the benefit of the doubt. At first, I'm like, okay, fine. But the longer and longer this goes on, how long can you keep believing, dude? It's over now, okay? Oh yeah, want to know something fun? During his remedial training, Mike backed a fire engine into the side of a building. Oh, what? How do you even do that? Oh my God, he's too dumb for words. Why have we not gotten rid of him yet? I know how comically and unbelievably inept the character must sound at this point, but hand on heart, a fire engine gave a building a little love tap. I mean, at least he didn't like plow through the whole thing, but still, what are you doing? What happened, man? Did they swap some key bindings around on you? How do you even roll that low on a perception check? Maybe they hit him with every status ailment possible, then plopped him into the driver's seat blindfolded, petrified, and deafened. Yeah, it could be that. Fetal alcohol syndrome is also a hell of a debuff. That is a cold-blooded joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike. It's probably the key bindings. You're right. Mike continued to gain accolades for his impressive feats of unimpressiveness, but eventually the weight of it all was just too much and the camel's back was broken. Thank God. That camel was strong. He got a spine made of steel. It was, unsurprisingly, at yet another fire. For the time frame, it was right after Mike had been booted from his redemption run of his previous redemption run at the Fire Academy. Why is he still even like allowed to volunteer? I just don't get it. A house had caught flame and was slowly working its way towards becoming fully engulfed. I was standing next to the training captain when Mike came running up with the grace and speed of a diseased mermaid who found itself stuck on dry land. Like an elephant seal or something. With an SCBA pack slung over his shoulder, he boldly asked, "Hey, Captain, where am I making entry with you?" Pause. Nah, you can't just say some stuff like that, Mike. Hit him with the "that's what she said." How about that? The captain, looking like an inquisitor that had just spotted a heresy most foul, said, "Mike, I taught 2 of your Fire Academy classes. It's barely been a week since I personally dropped you from the roster. Now what the hell makes you think I'm letting you into that building?" He then made it known that Mike's SCBA pack should be taken and given to someone who actually needed it. What a hammer blow to the ego that must have been. Yeah, but well deserved. And honestly, his ego's like a balloon. It's just gonna bounce back and keep inflating anyways. It turns out that even outside the building, Mike can cause quite a bit of trouble. Like I said, you need to cut him loose. He's making everything worse. The lesson here is never get complacent when clearing your ads in a raid. Follow through and finish them off. Yeah, and you gotta move fast enough that you're not worried about respawns, right? And if there's one person holding the entire raid back and you're getting respawned on top of, maybe you need to boot that person. I understand mages need to drink and all that, but you shouldn't be taking 10 minutes to drink, all right? That's 30 seconds at most. Use evocation. It's like a World of Warcraft reference. I was inside with the captain and a few others when a window shattered behind us. Oh God. We all stared down at the shards of glass crunching beneath our feet and looked up towards the now broken window to spot Mike looking proud and holding a Halligan bar. Oh my God, dude, he's so dumb. Why did you break that window, Mike? When asked just what the hell he thought he was doing, he informed us, ventilating, obviously. Duh. Oh, that's what you call it. Go home, Mike. Why are you back? I thought we sent you home already. We're done here, dude. He is insane. Just randomly busting out windows willy-nilly is one of the absolute worst things that you can do in a fire. The shards of glass are almost a non-issue compared to the risk of creating flow paths that inadvertently draw the fire into the room, roasting the people inside. You like firefighters so much, Mike, you never watch Backdraft, that movie from the 90s, right? Maybe you learned something. Probably not, though. Probably sit there, watch the whole thing, be like, I'm just like the main character. I've read so many line of duty death reports now where that exact thing has happened. It's not a melodramatic exaggeration to say that Mike could have put us in real danger from his ventilation efforts. Oh, I see what he's really doing here. I think he thinks if he kills everybody else in the department, then he's got a sure shot at getting the job, right? And then fire engulfs the whole town. He doesn't know how to stop it, and he just moves on to the next town. That is the way of the Mike. The captain was understandably enraged at this potentially lethal situation that Mike could have created. We quickly finished our business inside, knocking the fire down and extinguishing it, and the captain went on the hunt. He was the Predator and Mike was Arnold Schwarzenegger, but Mike didn't have nearly enough biceps to take on that challenge. When he finally stalked Mike down, he didn't immediately skewer him with the Halligan bar, deciding that the double XP drop wasn't worth the jail time. He gave Mike instead the courtesy of asking if anyone had told him to bust those windows open, which of course nobody had. So he pulled Mike to the side and calmly explained that it's okay to make mistakes. Just try better next time, buddy. And if that's really what happened, I'll eat my hat. No, I lied. Mike got smoked. The captain acted like he was trying to bludgeon Mike to death using nothing but words. After that, Mike had the grace, or more likely the shame, to let us hang back and finish our job for about 5 minutes. I love the way OP does that. He's like, oh, this happened. No, actually, it was terrible. You get like a nugget of hope and then you just dash it away. We were inside the house again, hunting down any last hints of fire to make sure that it was completely extinguished. Standing in the garage, we heard the sound of a power saw, quickly followed by a shower of sparks as it cut into the garage door. Oh my God, we are all going to die down here. The whirring blade sliced its way through, leaving a gaping hole as the metal was peeled away. Who else could have been standing there but Mike? Oh my God, somebody punch him. This is the last straw, right? The real camel's back is broken this time. He's broken the backs of a whole herd of camels. Please, come on, he's not gonna learn. It's not time to play nicey nice anymore. Pull the trigger. Mike's epic action hero main character moment was ruined as the captain walked to the door 3 feet to the right of the hole that he cut, calmly turning the handle and opening the unlocked door. You're killing me, Smalls. What are you doing? That door was locked when I checked. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Maybe Mike just really likes destroying things. This is his way of busting windows and cutting open doors without having to do it in his own house. In summary, besides a room of their house catching on fire, Mike left these poor people with the added stress of broken windows and a ruined garage door. That was the end. No more would be tolerated. It was decided that writing out good luck wasn't gonna cut it, and Mike would seriously hurt someone eventually. God damn, dude. This is what it takes to get fired? Almost murdering the entire fire team like 10 times. You knew. You guys all knew already. I guess hindsight's 20/20, but Jesus, finally. In addition is the fact that leaving people with more damage to their house than was ever necessary is just totally unacceptable. He handled it gracefully, playing it down the next day with a Snapchat post saying, I'm gonna take a break from firefighting. Read indefinite hiatus. I gave it a lot of hard thought and I just need to recharge. A dull blade cuts nothing. You are the dullest blade I have ever met, Mike. Thus, our hero's wings were clipped. Yes, what a fall from grace! And everybody wiped some flop sweat off their brow. Oh God, thank God I'm not gonna die today. Mike's not on the job. Local legend asserts that Mike received a fine from the county for an inappropriate transmission over the radio. Must have been one hell of a, that's what she said. He's still harassing him from the radio. I'm sad to say that this is the end of the story, and I do hope that you all enjoyed reading the finale. If anything worth writing happens, I will definitely create more tales, but I have no idea when or where it'll happen again. Beard encounters where I am are quite rare, akin to hunting a shiny Pokemon, if that shine came from the grease and the unique discoloration came from some poopy coom. Honestly, I'm so glad that Mike was finally put out of his misery. The LARP was allowed to go on for far too long. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand, and I will wrap this saga up with a song, because we've gotten some really nice parodies on the subreddit recently. So let's sing We Didn't Start the Cringing, because we definitely didn't. That was all Mike. We'll get into it right now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Naruto had been martial arts, toot beard out huffing farts, Pokemon on the bus, a pheromonal fuss. Pizza Hut with autism, Chris Trucker and his jism, CG buttholes with Fred Beard, we've just started getting weird. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Fedora tipping, tendy dipping, sweat dripping, pants ripping, honey mussy barbecue, chugging all the Mountain Dew, dick cheese, bad hygiene, drinking water from Delphine, schoolgirls, little ponies. These fake fans are total phonies. We didn't start the cringing. Neckbeards always spread it since before the Reddit. We didn't start the cringing. No, it's getting louder, now my spine is powder. Dirty, crusty coom socks, hobo hippies boofing rocks, log tosser, waffle stomp, your ass smells just like a swamp. Osgood moves to Ramtide's place, then his tragic fall from grace. La Ogra's gotta go, did you bang a legbeard bro? St. Adelaide laying traps, denying gentle sirs their faps. Duster in his eminence, row for anal circumference. Come on in, take his hand from another time and land. Blood and thunder tabletop, that's the way we like to rock. We didn't start the cringing. Neckbeards always spread it since before the Reddit. We didn't start the cringing. No, it's getting louder, now my spine is powder. We didn't start the cringing. Neckbeards always spread it since before the Reddit. We didn't start the cringing. No, it's getting louder, now my spine is powder. Bowl of beard, orange fluff, what the hell was that stuff? Lavender, what wonderment, they are in the government. Wheezy beard is dirty smell, both of them can rot in hell. Snowman sends them feet to Jesus, our Velveeta stains all cheeses, do 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 do. Richard Dawkins, Andrew Tate, those are ones the normies hate. Incel scarcity mindset, smeg bug ride set. Trilbies or fedoras, poop or coom for stinkoras. Chivalry or bushido, which way do you choose to go? We didn't start the cringing. Neckbeards always spread it since before the Reddit. We didn't start the cringing. No, it's getting louder, now my spine is powder. Katanas, beasts of ham, saber fencing with Sir Sam, guitar beard's new DUI, boofing water, God knows why. Stealth beard, gross dildos, wolf beard jumping out windows, pajama running through the woods, chasing OP's maidenhoods. Octopreg beard getting freaky, is it worth it for TCC? Boot beard locked away, what else do I have to say? We didn't start the cringing. Neckbeards always spread it since before the Reddit. We didn't start the cringing. No, it's getting louder, now my spine is powder. Surrounded by your old tissues, debating waifus, manga and anime. Atheist so you don't pray, scratching your stinky nards, flipping, shuffling magic cards. D&D, 40k, games the true elitist play. Creepy breathing, acting shady, that won't win you, milady. Take a shower, wash your cock, throw out that crunchy sock. Pit stains, beard lice, do you really think they're nice? Wiping your ass ain't a chore, I can't take it anymore. We didn't start the cringing. Neckbeards always spread it since before the Reddit. We didn't start the cringing. But when we are gone, they will re-on and on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Oh, it's so tasty, you guys. This is probably the greatest parody ever written. Extra bonus plus 10 points if you can find out which sagas are being referenced here, because most of the large sagas were touched upon. Maybe this is the new ReddX theme song. We also did like Cells at Work, which touched on a lot of sagas, but this one touched on a lot more. So big thank you to Tato Ferret. You know, he's a Discord mod. He's truly an old fan of the channel, and he's one of the good ones. He's a beard light like myself, and he's always down to play some weirdos and waifus or blood and thunder, and he's good for the tabletop. That's what the beard lights are nice for. I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. That was a really great way to send out Firefighter Mike. I want to end most sagas with a parody song, so that's what we're going to try and do from here on out. If you guys like the sagas, hey, that's great. If you don't, I don't know, skip it. I do hope you like, comment, subscribe. As I might have said, we got links in the description. You could share the video around Twitter, Discord, Facebook. We live stream this whole thing on Twitch. I'd also like to thank my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous Patreon patrons and channel members. Patrons. Sure, why not? So thank you too. Starting with our channel members: Train Boy, That One Gay Cop, Valley Eyed Crane, Shiza, A Tiny Void, Angel Dark, Bedazzled Misery, Skylar Rain, The Fez Wearer, Rosie Rainbow, Slow Spooner Jerry, Sean Cantwell, Heaven, Set 777, Robert Thibodeau, Jackie McQuitty, Grimstrive, AJ Collins, Tooth Plushy, Corey Arts, Kelly Clark, Florentin Glaver, Dungeon Bat, Billy D, Robert Waits, Brandon Ashcraft, Phantom Danica, Organic Steve, Skylar May, Morningstar, The Gypsy Barber, Fire Drake, Samantha, Death Flagship, Buy Two, Get One Hand. Heading over to Patreon, we've got Harley Owen, Robert Waits, Camille Sarah, Chance the Blue Kraken, Dixie, Ellipses, Captain Clown, Jerry Hong Kong, Deku, Esteban, Organic Steve, Double the Boss, Without Devil, Jerry, Big for Forgiveness, PCB, Santa Jerry, Silent Revolver, A Very Tired Jerry, I Feel It, Justy Dargonian Jerry, Aaron Jerry, and Frankenberry, Ain't That a Hot Bitch Show, Assassin Punk Jerry, Bang Bang, Baby Jerry, Benji and the Jets, Billy D, Bitch Gremlin, Blade the Hero, Bronze Kraken, Commander J Tank, Conrad Mooney, Destiny Piper, Dr. Lux, Aaron Error, Erratic Mechanic, Eastmars, Fluxer. I don't have friends. I got tendies. Rose Number Studios, Fire Drake, Gizmo Jack, Hadrian BR, Irish Pirate, Lost the Blue Marmalade of Mutiny. It's time to get it back. Ayonalo, J.M. Kuhn, Jerry Smith, Jerry Kitsune, the original Jerry, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Outlaw, the Trucker, Hong Kong, Jerry, I'm begging you, please don't take my beard. Jerry Jukebox Jerry, Cage Alice 9, Kira, Crewhee, Cuddly Kraken, Lady Italian Grey on Deal, Lady in Awakening, Lauren Crow, Legitimate Girl, Lord Jerry, Leader of the Thunder Jerrys, Luke Max, Flows, Race Car Driver, he was a good friend of mine. Like and subscribe, Milady Nix, Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Factor, not another Jerry, but he is though. Paragon Soul, Phantom of the Pine, Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes and Quagmires, Redwin, Rose Jerry Miller, Sarita the Lolita, Scarlet's Kevin, Sergeant Guy Copberger of the Law, Silo Whip, Stephanie Gunner, Synaptic Booster, Grilling Tomato, the Gypsy Barber, the Little Sue, the Witcher Fusky, this is even my final beard. Tick Jerry, trying to find another bomb to get back in the real world. Vanguard Angel BC3, Viking Jerry, Wiki Tech, Seven Gargoyle or Clay, Arnold Voice, even dweebs, we can see the train it, maybe. Noble Jerry, alright Red, for you I bring Doritos, but I carry the expertise of their drag beards. I know what to do. Admiral T-Tank, Emerald, another stupid hipster, Atomic Jerry, Zillabad, Penny Lake, Bartender Kalia, Big Dead Wolf, Progress Fine Horseradish, the original different Jerry, Cake Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Carcass, Chicago Panda, Koi Dust Commissions, wow. Oh, now. Yeah, I got that right. That's why I leave it in. Cryptides, the Fawn Jerry, the Deftitude, the Dilf Jerry, Dwarfy Dude, Five Nights at Jerry's, Get to the Doodles, also commissions open, Jerry Boo's daughter, Ghost of Alpha, Greymon 365, Half Slavic Jerry in a tracksuit, Heath Knot, Hydra Jerry Solman, Jace Christensen, Janitor Jerry's back from the abyss to clean up after the teenage beards. Good luck. Jeffrey, Gerald of Arabia, Jerry but with two S's and E, Jerry Springer, the results are in. You are not the neckbeard. Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry his mom has got it going on. Jerry Old Rivera, Jerry Roxers, Jerry Roleplaying Game, Kid Marvelous, Lucia Lovecraft, Machia CD, maybe next time is Duchess, Mr. Gasmask, Not Viper, Not Invisible, Angel Raptor, Seldon Darks, Nom Jerry, the Snary if you didn't know, Spoonie the Row, Spoopy Scary, Jerry Ton. Hey, we're in October for reals now. Susan Beard, if anyone has one more fun, I'm taking all the attendees. Yeah, you can say heck once as a treat. Thank you so much. Techno Dubs, the Copy Jerry Two Knives, Third Stuff, this is purely a mercantile transaction. I mean, it is though. To Infinite Jerry and beyond, Tokyo Bird, Unkale, Bond, Venom Jerry, Throw Stu Leader Mountain Dew, Grow by Neckbeard, Grow. It's Jerry time, hold ReddX Morpher. Hygiene, it's Jerry time, hold ReddX Morpher. Humility, and thank you to my $1 patrons as well. Bless up to all the Jerrys and not Jerrys alike. Look at them all, my God. You guys just doing the most. If you would like to assist these people in supporting, that's huge. I love it. If you can't, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there, wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. How about? Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, friends, bye-bye.